Hello folks, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I want to talk about something. You want to know what I want to talk about? If you've read the title of this video, I am in love with something. Guess what I'm in love with? I'm in love with a Armor All product. Call the police. Call the IDA, the Independent Detailers Association. Take away my professional detailer license and say, holy crap, Scott's in love with an Armor All product. That's a no-no. How in the world is that possible for a professional detailer? Well, I do paint correction and I do auto detailing. Whenever I get a customer that calls me and says, Scott, I want to do some paint correction on my car. Well, I got a couple of different ways to go about this. I already know I might be doing a single step, a one stage, a one step, whatever you want to call a correction, or a two step. Maybe I'm just going to be using an all-in-one like Griot's Finishing Sealant or HD Speed. All I want to do is get the unbonded contaminants, the dirt and dust off this panel, but I want to do it quite differently. What I mean by that is I don't want to flood the panel. I don't want to break out a power washer if I don't need to. Maybe the car's just got light dust and dirt on it. I want to get to the punch. I don't want to have a one bucket filled with 2 gallons of water and O&R with my big red sponge. I don't want to use the Gary Dean method, which is a great method with microfiber towels, and wipe over the panel O&R or Infinite Detail Juice, which I've never used that stuff. I bet you it's probably pretty good. I'm going to have to reach out to Gary Dean and see if I can try some of that stuff. I assume it's probably phenomenal. But my point is I don't necessarily want to flood the panel. I don't want to get water caught inside the door handles. I want to get to my paint correction awfully quickly and not have to worry about water coming out of the creases. I just want to get to the paint and I want to do some paint correction. I'm also not worried about scratching the paint at this moment, because any type of scratching I could do, I'm going to remove those scratches instantly when I do my paint correction. This stuff is a spray wash. It comes in an aerosol. It is a foam. It will cling to the panel. It will not drip. Where you sprayed is where it stays put. And I want to show you how this stuff works because it's awfully impressive to me. I'm just going to spray it onto this panel. It's kind of like using, I feel like I'm using a Pledge when I was a kid. You know, my mother would say, hey, clean the furniture, clean the wood furniture in our house, and we would use Pledge. This stuff here, for whatever reason, I don't know what kind of synthetic formula it has, what type of polymer is that fancy word, but if I run my finger through this stuff is incredibly slick. It is slicker than O&R. It is slicker than Wolfgang Uber Rinseless Wash. It's one of the slickest, waterless, rinseless washes I have ever seen on the market. Why? I don't know. I don't know the whole formula of this stuff. But then I'm just simply going to go in and mop up after myself. I'm just going to go in straight lines over the panel, however you want to do it, whatever makes sense for you. Again, I'm not overthinking the moment. I'm going to be doing some form of paint correction here. I'm going to come in, work around that door handle where I sprayed that foam. Again, I don't have water trying to drip out, so I can get right to paint correction after this if I don't have to clay. This particular car, I don't have to clay. It gets clayed about twice a year. There's no contaminants on the paint. But if you had to clay bar, that's fine. You can clay bar as well after this. But I'm just going to go in and slightly mop up after myself. This stuff now, to me, what's really impressive about it, as I kind of wipe up after myself, this panel has no streaks whatsoever. This product will not streak. I've been using it for months. Direct sunlight, out of direct sunlight, cold panels, hot panels. It will not streak. When it flashes, it just evaporates completely. It does a great job of cleaning the panel. I'm just so impressed with the way it works. Now, what I can do is I can use that Armor All spray wash, and then I can go, because I don't have to clay in the moment, I can just take my paint prep, my Duplicolor grease and wax remover, just spray a little bit on that microfiber towel, and go in here just to remove, just in case there is any type of synthetic formula that was left on the paint from that Armor All product, and just get it off there, and then I can go right to paint correction. I don't have any traffic jams. I don't have any synthetic material that might be on the panel. I can just have my DA, my rotary, whatever, and get right to paint correction. It gets me from point A to point B quicker. It's just a phenomenal process for me. Yes, I can spray some O&R on it, but again, that stuff drips all over the place. You can get the fluid stuck in the handle. It's not the end of the world. I'm just thinking outside the box. How do I get from point A to point B, especially when I'm doing paint correction? All I need to do is remove the dirt and dust off the car. Now, another area, thinking outside the box. I do not use this stuff just on the outside alone. I will show you where I use it inside the car. It is phenomenal in certain areas. Let me open up this car door and show you what I mean. Sorry guys, I'm gonna move the camera. Just bear with me for a second so I can see what the heck I'm doing. So sorry, but here we go. I'm gonna move this thing here. We're looking at a door jamb, right? Now, for a car that's well maintained, I just wanna clean this door jamb, you know, twice a month. Keep it well maintained. I don't necessarily have to use something like Super Clean, an alkaline-based cleaner, a strong cleaner, which I'm absolutely in love with in door jambs in certain areas around the car. I just want to get the dust and light dirt off this door jamb. I can take this stuff, spray it on the panel, it will stay there. It clings. It is not dripping off the door panel. It stays where I want it to be. I can take a clean microfiber towel and just simply mop up after myself. This product will leave, I will say it again, I will guarantee you for the last 2 or 3 months I've been using this product in certain ways, and I'm showing you how I do it. It will leave no streaking behind. Absolutely phenomenal. It cleaned that well-maintained door, got me some shine and gloss. I'm done. I can move on. Now I want to show you an area where it works extremely well. We're going to look inside my car, right? This panel here has got, hold on a second, I got to get my can. This panel has got, excuse me, a chrome-handled door, right? It's got some clear coat finish on this wood veneer. We got plastic trim. We got leather. For me, because I maintain cars on a regular basis, weekly or monthly, I don't necessarily need to use Super Clean, Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner. I don't need to use an alkaline-based cleaner on a car that's relatively well maintained. What I love about this stuff, and I'll show you, I will take this product and spray it on this panel, just like that. Now what's really cool to me, as I spray that on that panel, I'm not worried about a lot of fluid getting caught in the creases and cracks around this plastic panel and wood veneer. It's also all over the chrome, right? It's also all over the leather. I'm just gonna simply come in with a microfiber towel and mop up after myself. Folks, I can't explain what this stuff smells like. It is unbelievable. It's probably one of the best smelling products I have ever smelled when it comes to any type of auto detailing product. And we're talking about Armor All here. You know, the Armor All would typically never be a product I would use on a professional level, but I've been playing with this stuff for the last 2 or 3 months, and I'm absolutely in love with it based on my level of expectations and what I'm trying to do. Here I go. There's the chrome handle. I've cleaned it. There is not a bit of residue. I will get no streaking, no residue that forms a couple minutes after it dries. The wood veneer is absolutely spotless. Again, for cars that are well maintained, I don't need to use an alkaline-based cleaner. Yes, you can use O&R. You can spray O&R onto a rag and do the same thing. But I do find O&R, whether you're using the rinseless, the blue stuff, just the rinse and shine, or you're using the wash and wax, the green stuff. Yes, I've done it to just maintain cars that just have light dust and dirt, but I'll notice that it will get a little streaky on some of these panels, and I got to come back and clean up after myself. Just keep buffing to make sure the residue is gone. This stuff, I will make a guarantee online right now on YouTube, it will not streak where you put it. You simply spray it, wipe up, get it completely dry, and it will not streak or leave any residue behind whatsoever. Here's another area where I am absolutely in love with this product. Let me close this door. I have glass. I have glass that's relatively well maintained. It's just got a little bit of light dust and dirt. I typically wash my windows or clean my windows once or twice. Let me say once a week would be great, but maybe once every 2 weeks. I make sure I clean my windows. I'm going to spray this stuff on the window. It's like a foam, right? It's exactly what it is, Scott. What are you talking about? I'm going to put that on the ground. I'm going to take my microfiber towel. Hold on, bear with me, guys. I got to get a clean microfiber towel. I'm going to, oh, come on here. Going to take a clean microfiber towel, and I'm going to come in here and mop up after myself. I'm not even going to be diligent. You know how you do the box method? You make sure you get all the corners and creases. You want to make sure if you're using a glass cleaner, you kind of work it until you completely buff it out so you don't get any streaks. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to slightly put it on there and let it be. And I let that product flash. Folks, here's another guarantee. If you use it on glass, this is a guarantee I will give you on YouTube. This stuff will not streak. I don't know why. I don't know what's in it. Again, it's probably not the best glass cleaner on the planet. I'm not in love with glass cleaners anyway. Typically, you got to clay bar them, get all the contaminants off them first. But once you have a window that's dialed in or glass that's dialed in and you're maintaining that glass and you just simply want to clean it quickly, folks, it is one of the best products I have ever used on glass. I don't know why it will not streak. I don't have to buff all the way to completion, make sure it's completely dry or whatever. It can be slightly damp. I can see streaks in the glass and I can stop and just let it evaporate and those streaks will completely disappear. Unbelievable product for Armor All. $5 a can. I go through one can for about, I can get about 3 4-door family size sedans. I can do three on the 3 cars like that for the exterior if I'm doing some type of paint correction. I don't want to flood the panel. I can just get to the punch, clean the dirt off the panel, get right to paint correcting if I want to. That can for $5 to last 3 full-size family sedans, using it on glass where it doesn't streak, using it on interiors where it will leave no residue whatsoever behind, and it smells absolutely phenomenal. Just wanted to share that with you. Been using it for a couple of months. I just wanted to show you how I'm using it and why it makes sense in my world. Love you guys. Hope that helps you out. Until next time, be good.